I looked in the back of the yard and I saw the other cat scurry under the fence. It had to be Ditto.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the LuckyFerals.
It is 9:17 a.m. and the cats just had their weigh-in today. It's been a week since the last weigh-in. So a week ago, Boo weighed 15.2 pounds, Simba weighed 14.4 pounds, and Stella weighed 15.8 pounds. We have spent the past week without crunchies. Instead, they've been getting catnip. They've been getting freeze-dried treats. They have been getting a few bench and field treats each, but as far as like crunchy time, they have not been getting the dry cat food or any crunchies. So this week, Boo weighs 14.4 pounds, so Boo almost lost a full pound. He lost 0.8 pounds. Now that could be from several things. If he vomited the other day, part of it could be because of that. It could be maybe he was constipated the first time that I weighed him, because I remember when I came home, I thought he had been constipated from the dry food. That weekend, right before that first weigh-in, they were eating out of the automatic feeders and they were eating mostly dry food. So I think it's a combination of him being constipated the first time and then vomiting just like a day and a half before the second weigh-in. But next week, when we do a third weigh-in, then we'll know better where he's at. Now, Simba weighed in at 14.4, which is the exact same weight that he was last week. And Stella weighed in at 15.6, which is 0.2 pounds lighter than last week. And I don't know what a good amount of weight loss is for cats, but 0.2 pounds for Stella is great. If we weigh her again next week and she's down another 0.2 pounds, I think that's still great. Good boy, Boo. Boo would not let me weigh him a second time. I tried weighing him a second time, but he would not let me do it. The first time I picked him up, he tried to bite me, but then I just changed like how I was holding him. So this is what the cat grass looks like. It's been here on the floor for several days now, and this is the one food that the cats are allowed to eat as much of whenever they want. Like, this is what they get free fed, and they've been doing a pretty good job keeping it mowed. You could see how, like, in that center section it's taller than the outer sections, and I've not watered that. I should probably put some water on that, maybe put it in the sun, although there's no sun today. It's another rainy day, but I will give that some water, and the cats love it. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to plant a new one like every week, make it like a weekly occurrence, like maybe every Sunday plant a new one of these, but I didn't have time yesterday. I was doing other things. So I'm thinking maybe every other week. I have to put it down on the calendar. Maybe if I put it on the calendar, I'll remember. So yesterday I did an experiment with the freeze-dried rabbit nuggets because I think those might be easier to get than the regular raw nuggets. I put them in this container along with some water. They say for like 4 nuggets, use about a 1/4 cup of water. But there's also some of the raw venison nuggets in here. These are the frozen raw venison nuggets. And these are the freeze-dried rabbit nuggets. And they say it's good to rehydrate them because cats should not be eating so much dry food. And this is what happened to them as they were in water all night. So basically, they've gotten a little bit moist on the outside. I don't know how they are on the inside. The instructions do say to crumble them up because they will absorb better, but I just wanted to see what would happen if I left them whole. And let's just cut one of these in half and see, like, are they even relatively moist inside? So this is what they look like, and what they feel like to me. I guess the best thing I could equate them to is like bread stuffing, that's what they kind of feel like when you take like stale dry bread and make stuffing out of it. Stuffing's usually a little bit moister than this, so like the outer parts of these really feel like stuffing. Then the inside is still a bit dry and dehydrated. So if I was to rehydrate these again, maybe I'd try that overnight again. I would definitely break these into smaller pieces, almost maybe like that or smaller, and then see how that goes. Now, of course, the big test today is going to be, are the cats going to eat them? I just put the food down for the cats. And the rabbit nuggets are a very interesting texture for them. It'll be something new if they do eat them. And it looks like Stella and Simba are eating the venison nuggets. And Boo just pretty much inhaled one of those rabbit nuggets. He really enjoys them. But if they eat them, it's good to know that is a good option when frozen raw food is not readily available. And I'm definitely going to try rehydrating it by breaking those nuggets apart. It would really be the better way to do it. And they even say to do it that way, but I just wanted to see what would happen doing it whole. And right now, Splash is watching from the doorway. And I'm keeping an eye on Boo because he's only eating his portion. He's eating that one rabbit nugget, which he already ate. And if he eats a venison nugget, that's it. He needs to be separated until he learns not to overeat. And Boo is not any bigger than the other cats, like Boo, Stella, Splash. I mean, all the cats are really pretty much the same size. It's a very slight size difference. Like Simba is slightly smaller than the others, but you know, it's nothing big that one cat would require more food than the others. Oh, Stella enjoyed the venison nugget. Okay, so Boo just finished his second freeze-dried rabbit nugget, and it looks like the freeze-dried rabbit nuggets are the winners. There's still the venison on the platter, but Boo will continue to eat if I leave the platter down there, and Splash has not eaten yet, so this is Splash's portion, and I'm bringing this downstairs to him. So I brought the platter downstairs for Splash to eat, and in the time it took me to refill the 2 water bowls down here, Splash pretty much ate it all. Good boy, Splash! It is 10:43 a.m. right now, and I'm just about to go outside to give Hydrox some food. It has been raining pretty much all night. It's going to rain like all day. And there are paper plates like all over the patio because I've just been feeding Hydrox on paper plates under the patio table. And I don't know if the raccoons have been moving them or what, but I need to clean those up too. So I'm going to grab an umbrella and go outside and do that. And I'm also going to give Hydrox some food. This is what he's getting. He's getting half of a can of the Instinct salmon. This is Sherlock's salmon recipe. He's getting herbs in there for his gums and for his immune system. And he's also getting some bench and field treats. I just came back outside and I wanted to show you what's going on with Hydrox. So here's Hydrox right now. He's hanging out on the side of the house. You can see how there's still a dry strip of dirt. And it's pretty amazing that that stays dry because it's not much of an overhang at all. And it has been raining. I mean, this is like the second consecutive day. I want to say we're going on like 48 hours of rain. And this is the feral cat apartment underneath the house. Now that definitely stays dry also. The edge of that carpet might get a little bit wet, but the rest of that definitely stays dry. The shelters stay dry, so he could be hanging out in any of the shelters. That's where I put the food for him so he could eat it and stay dry also. The patio's wet because the rain runs down the patio. It's not perfectly flat. But he is sheltered from the falling rain when he's under there. There is a tablecloth on top of it. And look at this rose of Sharon, this hibiscus. It is just covered in flowers. I've never seen so many flowers on this before. Right now there's no dry food in the automatic feeder. I don't know if that is because Hydrox ate it or because it ran out of dry food, so I'll have to check once the weather gets better. It's about 8 a.m. right now. I am downstairs with the cats. They're just about to get their breakfast. And Stella, Splash, and Simba, when they're ready to eat, they have like a little love fest down here where they all like rub up against each other and stuff like that. Now, I just want to document what just happened. So Stella, Splash, and Simba, all three of them were like right here where you see Stella and Simba now. Splash backed away because I'm going to tell you what happened. So all three of them were right here, and they were all, you know, super happy. They're going to eat. They're rubbing up on each other. And there's Boo. So Splash, in his happiness, kind of goes to rub up against Boo, and Boo swatted at him. And that is something Boo needs to learn. Boo needs to learn that when a cat tries to rub up against him, they're not attacking him. And Boo just goes into swatting mode. And it reminds me very much of when Boo was living outside and you could not try to pet him. You could not put anything in front of him without him swatting. Like, it's just a reflex action. And it took a while for me to train that out of him. So I'm just really curious as to how I'm going to be able to train this out of him. So we'll see how that goes. But that is still an issue with Boo, and that could be what is causing some of the friction with the other cats. There's Splash. Come on, Splash, it's okay. Come on, Splash, it's okay. Okay, I just gave them breakfast. They're having the Nature's Variety Instinct Raw chicken medallions and the Primal Raw venison nuggets. And there's Splash, and Boo's hanging out on the steps. And honestly, I don't mind at all that Boo is hanging out on the steps because he's been overeating lately. And if he waits until the other cats are finished, then maybe there's much less of a chance of him overeating. So everything's good right now. Oh my God, it just happened again. So I'm inside and I look out the window and I see Hydrox in the back of the yard. And I go, oh my gosh, I should bring some food out for Hydrox. So I just put this plate of food together. It's half a can of food with some bench and field treats and his herbs. But I just walked out the door and there's Hydrox. Hydrox is here. He was not in the back of the yard. So when I walked out the door and I saw Hydrox here, I looked in the back of the yard and I saw the other cat scurry under the fence. It had to be Ditto. I'm like in a twilight zone right now. Hydrox, want some food? Want some food? I gave Hydrox his food under this feeding table because it's not raining right now, so that should be good for him. There he goes. He's eating his food. I hope he eats it because there are herbs in there for his mouth and his gums and his immune system. Hydrox is most likely FIV positive also. Did you see how he turned around when he heard his name? He is most likely FIV positive also. If Boo is, chances are very, very good that Hydrox is. He's crunching on the bench and field treats. That's good. Well, we know he has teeth left to crunch on foods with. (9:11 a.m.) All four of the cats just got brushed. Boo. Stella got brushed. She got brushed on the bed. Simba got brushed, he got brushed on the bed. And Splash got brushed, he got brushed in the cat tower. Right now it is after 7 p.m. and I just came outside. I'm gonna give Hydrox some food. He's getting half of a can of the Nature's Variety chicken pate. Do you hear him meowing? Hydrox, you want some food? Want some dinner? You want to eat? No, he had breakfast. I gave him breakfast. Okay. I just put the food down a few feet in front of me. And there's Hydrox. I would say he's about 7 feet away from me. Hydrox, you could eat. You could eat your food. Go ahead, eat. Go eat your food. There is plenty of dry food in the feeder. And see what happened? I just walked over to the feeder and Hydrox came over to the plate of food and now he's eating. This is a unicorn's tail. And I got it at the Dollar Tree yesterday. It is not a cat toy, but it's actually probably part of a Halloween costume. And when I saw it, I thought it would be something that the cats would like to play with. They like to play with these kinds of things. So what I did was, it has elastic on this end, so you could, attach it to like a costume. And I hooked it up to the cat's fishing pole toy. So, let's see if the cats like it. The tag on this was marked like this is not a toy for decorative use only, but we're going to see how the cats react to it. It's a little bit heavy for this fishing pole. Stella does not want to let go of it. She says it's her unicorn tail. Splash is here, Boo's here, Simba's here, and Stella's here. They have me surrounded. Boo wants to know, what is this thing? Stella got it again. Stella says, I'm not letting go this time. She didn't let go last time either. I had to take it from her. I got it. I was going to see if Splash wanted it, but Boo intercepted it. Boo's been showing us his jumping skills. I did not put any catnip on it at all. It's just plain. Stella got it. Stella likes just holding it. Simba's wearing it. Okay, he was. Simba went after the fishing pole. Boo, that wasn't nice. Boo, that wasn't nice. Simba's trying to play, and you're trying to attack him. Don't attack him. Let him play with you, Boo. So while Simba was possessive of the mouse in the pouch, Boo seems to be possessive of this unicorn tail. This unicorn tail is bigger than any of the cat's tails. Stella's jumping around with this like she's a kitten. I don't know what's going on here. Splash was going under the dresser because Boo is on the other side of the carrier. Boo just sat down on the carpet. Now Simba got it. Thank you for watching this LuckyFerals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.